And we are back. Let's begin the class trial. Wait, can I equip skills first? What is this? During free time with your friends internet. Oh, I see. Okay. So I can't can't use it. It's class trial. Okay, so right. Being class trial, I guess. Yep. Trial begin. First, let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you shall discuss for who the culprit is, and the result will be decided by your votes. If you point out the black end, only they will receive the punishment, but if you pick the wrong person, then everyone else will receive punishment, and only the black end who deceived everyone will graduate from the school. There are a few things that I should address before discussing. Would that be okay? If you have any questions about the class trial, I shall grant you freedom to ask them. First, are we completely certain there's a killer in our group? Perhaps you're trying to trick us into killing someone. Absolutely, positively, 100% sure. The culprit is definitely lurking among you guys. Alright, then I guess it's absolute at this point. The killer is really in our group? I still can't believe that, but at this point, I guess I got no choice but to accept the reality. Now, the second question. I've been wondering since we first arrived, but what exactly is that? Well, even if someone dies, we shouldn't leave your friend alone, would you? He seems lonely, doesn't he? And if I don't do this, you might get accursed by your friend's death spirit lurking around. So this service is kinda like a consideration that I do for your sakes. Oh, is that how it works? No, it doesn't. Hey, don't twinkle your eyes at weird subjects. This Bowman also has a weird hobby in his closet. Now, please leave your taste issues for later and begin your discussion soon. If I feel like getting bored, then you will know time's up, and I will execute you all at once. We'll start at our own pace without pushing, so better keep your mouth shut, punk. Well then, let's start this whole case first. Everyone, are you all prepared? The beginning of a fully fledged class trial begins. The beginning begins? What? That's so redundant. It started to dawn on me as a sign of it. I felt a knot in my stomach, but I have no other choice than to move forward. Let's do this and get started. Did I trade it? No, who needs tutorials? Not me. Wait, what? Why am I? Oh, is that little me? Monokuma file. Let's start with the overall arrangement, okay? First, the victim is Yusaku, yeah? He was our classmate to the end. The location where he died was at the gym, to be precise, inside the broadcast room. The cursor is moving on, so then Yusaku was stabbed by the culprit? No. In the broadcast room, no. Whether it was a knife or whatever, he's not in this world anymore, damn it. It is true that the place where Yusaku died was the gym, in the broadcast room, but was it the cause of death different? Let's think once more. Oh, fuck. Missed. It's because the cursor is moving on, so maybe there's a skill that, what do you call that? Makes the cursor not do anything as it wants. Yeah, there is probably. Fortunately, I didn't think to do that. Counter. Break. Non-stop debate. Ah, fuck. Mistakes 20 point. Yusaku did not die from a stab wound. He was strangled and died from suffocation. Huh? Is that so? But if you watch it like a movie, there's tons of peps who'll get into scenes being stabbed to death, right? Just look at the body. Investigate, dude. For the love of God, that's just in the movies. This was rated in the Monokuma file. How the heck did you even arrive at the wild conclusion that he was stabbed? My bad, Monokuma file. I completely forgot to read the thing. Tato, that was even more absurd than I could have imagined. It could have happened to people, you know? There's a degree for being that sloppy, idiot. How about we stop talking so nonsensical and move on with our next topic? Subjects such as these are nothing but poisonous if we prolong our stay here. Then our next objective must be the weapon. Weapon? That sounds so scary. Following discussion will be the weapon that killed Yusaku. Now is the time to reveal it. Sure, why not? I don't know the controls for choosing the truth bullets. classmates, yeah. Contest, yeah. What are the controls though? Refuted truth bullets. Sentence can be refuted. Yellow checks, yeah. Disciplines though that you shoot truth bullets at random, the score will be deducted and your speech will be reduced. Be extra careful when you use a statement, otherwise being trigger happy won't end for good for you. Oh, shift again? God damn it, why do people do this? The shift sticky keys, are not people aware of this? Ah, God, what an annoying feature. What an annoying control. I mean, there are plenty of other keys here. There's A, X, Z, Q, W, shift. Why the fucking shift button? Why do people always use the fucking shift button in all of their fucking games? Use shift button to run. Why not fucking Z? There are other keys that are way better than the fucking shift button. Wait, getting angry again. To fire them, use the select key. Alright, so shift, truth bullets, Z to, okay, shoot. Fine. God damn it. How can they view the truth bullets description though? I wonder what kind of weapon was used. Had suffocated while the BC was strangled to death, right? Yeah. So also suffocation when you hold your breath. I guess he died while sleeping. Does that mean the killer strangled Yuseko with their hands? Nope, wrong. With their hands, wrong. Remember to kill Yuseko. Let's go to the results of the autopsy that Mike told me during the investigation. I'm sure that will come out. So there's no button that can fast forward the debate. I mean, it's not even a debate. There's just fucking statements just saying. It's not even a debate. Counter. Break. Don't fucking break, you piece of shit game. There you go. Did the culprit use an object in the broadcast room as a weapon? What things do you reckon were in that broadcast room? For example, cables that were stretched out on the floor. There was a variety in sizes, so it's possible the culprit found it useful in order to choke him. Is there any evidence to support that? Of course, there's clear evidence of this. The words I heard from Maya while investigating Yusako's body. That evidence is the body no, it's the marks on the neck. Yusako's neck was left with marks when he was strangled to death, right, Mai? Yeah. Oh yeah, there were marks of a thin line dug around his neck. To be precise, it's called a watermark, a singular horizontal line. There's a high probability that he died by strangulation from a rope-like object. I acknowledge that the cable is the murder weapon. Well, thank you for your acknowledgement. Given what I have investigated so far, there were no such things as ropes or strings thin enough to suffocate people's necks like that on the first floor. The exception being the cables in the broadcast room. How were you aware of that? I always kept check for objects from time to time. I had quite a bit of time to investigate everything. Misako, you really are very meticulous. It would seem that all the general information has been sorted out from this lecture. Now then, are we finally starting to narrow down the culprit? Hold on, there's one thing that hasn't been revealed yet. Before looking for the culprit, you must do that first. Something has been revealed yet. One particular information that was written in the Monokuma file was not displayed. Do you know what I mean, Kazuki? Me? I was kind of surprised to be named so suddenly, but I know what it is. Anyone who has seen the Monokuma file knows about this, that being the time of death. The only part marked as a question, 3 question marks, you're referring to the time of death, right? Indeed. Now that I think about it, that was the only thing not written specifically in there. Hey Monokuma, what the heck happened to this? Being fair in the class trial, isn't that what you promised? Oh, regarding that part, I gave a fairly private and sensitive answer. Guess I have to come out and explain it. For a simple example, how would you feel if you guys put a lot of effort into developing a magic trick and someone was watching the whole trick to reveal it to other people? If you ignore the other people's efforts, wouldn't you become less than a bear and more like a human? What even is a human that becomes less than a bear? Anyway, in this case, time of death was deliberately omitted because I decided it was one of the pieces of information that you had to find out on your own. How's that for an answer? That means the time of death is an important clue for the case? Could be, or it might not be. I think it would be worth seeing your faces when you realize that it's all wrong. So we can't be sure when it comes out like that, but it's still uncertain information, so we'll have to make clear as we proceed further into the trial. Still, How did the culprit strangle Yoshi to death? That's right, you ran something like that behind me and I'll squeak. That is possible, but I don't think Yoshi even struggled. Come to think of it, are we sure about that? It takes a minute at most to strangle a person. Considering Mr. Yosako's size and weight, it would have taken a minute or two. If they resisted while being violently strangled, they would have been overtaken by the culprit, including making a mess around their surroundings. That's true, but in the case of Yosako, he's sitting so peaceful, looking in his chair. That's so inexplicable. Even if the body was moved later, is there anyone out there who has the strength to lift that giant? Then how did the culprit did it so effortlessly on Mr. Fujita like that? It's certainly odd. Yosako's body was peaceful. When you notice that you're being strangled, you would open your eyes right away. Did someone with a powerful strength overpowered him? Perhaps Yosako did not have the strength to resist on his body. Additionally, I've heard that superhuman strength occurs when a person is on the verge of death. If that were to happen, it wouldn't have been possible to subdue him with any force. Yeah, I saw that on TV. Before you die, the events of your life come up in your head before seeing the light. Or was it a flame? That would be a lantern. If they didn't do it by force, did they use something like handkerchief that looks like in the movies? Not exactly the handkerchief, but an anesthetic called chloroform that is placed in there. I think it's unlikely to be an anesthetic. I checked during the investigation, but there were no drugs like chloroform in the infirmary. Well, the infirmary is not a science room. Chloroform can be dangerous if handled incorrectly. What? But that it's impossible. It would seem this is an issue we must address. A way for the culprit to actually kill Yosako without taking any damage? Another clue other than asphyxiation. I have to think once again about the contents in the Monokuma file. Yeah, I mean, is there even a control that makes me go back to view the truth bullets? I don't think so. Like your explanation reading Hangman's Gambit. Oh god, no. Hangman's Gambit? Hangman's Gambit begins when random letters appear in the screen, random positions like the elements. It is similar to a puzzle game where you fill in the letters one after another by guessing the most likely candidate to be the answer on the lower left blanks on the screen. The letter needs to be hit 3 times before it enters the blank space. If you try to fill in the wrong order, the word will not be entered, so pick wisely and think like Faraday. Instead, you will be led astray from the reasoning. The score will be reduced. My wish is good luck. Who's mine? There's no point in pressing the Z at random. The key for this will be to match the letters as quick as possible before these disappear. Now let us begin Hangman's Gambit. Okay, fine. Hangman's Gambit. Okay, so you are... I'm thinking. What is even... No use in pressing the Z key, right? I thought it all depended on the key. For example, if I press R, shouldn't R also work? I don't get it. B. What is this, bruh? Oh, I see. Bruise? Where's the S? Cool. Oh, god damn it. I see the answer was in the Monokuma file. In the Monokuma file? Yep, you fucking parrot. If you take a look at the Monokuma file, which I don't have the power to for some reason, it said that Yosako had a bruise on the back of his head. Could this be the clue that the killer hit Yosako to stun him? Yeah. Undeniably, strangling a stunned person isn't that hard. If I get beat up to the point of getting bruises, things could end up pretty jiffy. It must have hurt a lot. No shit. If they fainted in an instant, there would be no pain to be felt. They would end up either stunned or unconscious. Are you perhaps saying it from someone who has experienced it? That's a personal matter, so I'd like it if you do not approach the subject. I can feel the years of experience of their wording. Let's leave the chit-chat up to this point. We need to catch the culprit already. Take it easy. I understand how you feel, but that attitude won't make anything clear on the case. You might be suspicious that we're taking it so damn casually while a friend just died. This isn't a casual discussion. In this trial, our lives are at stake. We have no choice but to be cautious. Ugh. Tori hits the railing in front of her with her fist. So that's how she feels. Even though I know the feeling a little, it still got me by surprise. We saw our friend's body in front of us. It's no wonder she's restless. Once the clues have been gathered to some extent, we can narrow the outline of the culprit based on these traces. So in the end, do we still not know who's responsible for this? I'll work with all my might. Yoshi's enemy, I'll find them. So I don't think it'll be easy to infer from the clues that have been mentioned so far. It was enough to know the person and the method. In the end, even if they pass out after being strangled by someone here, can't anyone do it, even the little runt over there? I'm not a little runt. That's because the most important clue to identify the culprit is missing, is it not, Kazuki? You mean the time of death? If we can reveal that mystery, we can narrow down who the culprit is. The damn thing gave us a speech earlier. Ain't that right, Monokuma? What's that? Is that true, Mr. Monokuma? No comment, no comment. Judging from that reaction, it seems as certain that some important hint was hidden. But we don't have a clue for a time. If you watch drama movies, you can find out the time of death by touching the body. Wait, wouldn't it be possible to find out that way? Forensic investigation, you mean? Yeah, that thing. It is possible, however in this case, we can't use that method. Why? I thought it was a good idea. The reason why it's difficult to get forensic research in this case is because... this is the perfect moment for me to reread the truth bullet, so I'm probably gonna do that and just skip around a bit, okay? Alright, let's see. What was the thing again? What was the question? Low AC temperature. Right. In the broadcast room, the air conditioner was operating at the lowest temperature. Wouldn't this be the reason? What does that have to do with forensic science? In forensic investigation, estimating the time of death is looking at the body temperature or the degree of the muscle stiffness left in the body. However, in this case, the time of death cannot be determined because the air conditioner was running with the lowest temperature setting. If we had specialized equipment, I could measure anything, but I currently don't have such equipment. Wait, you know a whole lot about it? Don't you think that makes you pretty suspicious? You mean Miss Yorino could be the culprit? Oh no, I'm the ultimate researcher, but I do also have some medical knowledge. I know, don't mind me. It was just a thought I wanted to bring out. If we can't approach this scientifically, we have no choice but to do this manually. Did any of you see Yusaku? The last person who saw Yusaku. If we look into this, we will be able to get a little closer in finding the time of death. Archery special. Fine. Do it. I would rather have the ability to reread the truth bullet description. Who was the last person that saw Yusaku? I have not. I did not see him all day. Last time we saw him during the morning at the diner. I didn't see Mr. Fujita's face today. Wait, you mean nobody ever saw Yusaku? There some people have seen Yusaku. 2 of them too. I have not. I did not see him. Yeah, that is true. We saw him during the morning at the diner. Yeah. I didn't see Mr. Fujita's face today. Wait, nobody saw Yusaku? There you go. Get out there. 100 points. Nice. Keep it 100. Seimon Kana, you've seen Yusaku, haven't you? Yeah? You said it after the morning broadcast that you were going to check if Yusaku was fine. Right. Seimon Kana? I'm certain we saw him last time. Mr. Fujita was focusing on something in the gym's broadcast room all day, so we thought he was alright. Yeah, I went with Seini to check if Yoshi was okay every 2 hours. And when was the last time you checked? Around 5 p.m.? I think a little past 5 o'clock, right, Misako? That's right. I asked you to tell me how was Yusaku's condition the last time Seina came and informed me a little after 5 p.m. Then until that time he was still alive. Wait a minute, so what's the matter with the food in there? Food? You must be talking about... Yeah, this one. You mean what was in front of Yosako's desk, correct? Yes, that's it. The fact that food was placed in such a place means Yosako left at least once after the morning broadcast was over. If it was after dinner time, when we went to get the food, someone might have seen the guy come out. If that's the case, it seems a bit too early to conclude that these two were the last witnesses that checked him. Oh, that's the food I brought and put it there. It was Sena? Mr. Fujita seemed to have skipped lunch, so I was afraid he was lost in thought, so I brought it. But it seems he didn't get a chance to eat anything. I see. If he didn't react to the food in your hands, is it not because he was already dead then? No, even if he was alive, Yosuke probably would not have moved. How can you determine that? Sena mentioned it earlier. She said Mr. Yosako was concentrating on something, didn't she? Once Yosako starts to concentrate, he doesn't show any reactions when he does. He mentioned he could do that for hours. You mean his concentration mode, right? What a dumb naming sense. And he managed to stay still in one position for many hours? He really was a cool guy. So in conclusion, you mean Yosako never came out of the broadcast room today? That seems to be the case. If that's a fact, it's going to get easier to pinpoint the suspects now. Why is that? Stupid! The scene is the broadcast room inside the gym. Now that the case where it gets to the outside, and then someone kills them in order to move the body is now gone. Since it is now proven the victim did not come out, then... That will mean the culprit is someone who has been to the gym recently. That's it. Hey, just think about what you all did today. Anyone who has ever entered to the gym at least once should surrender. The culprit was someone who entered the gym after 5 p.m. when Sena and Kana last checked on Yosako. If that's the case, it would help greatly on narrowing down suspects. Who in our group has a certain chance to do it? Who could it be? Ow, my back. Make your argument. Who's Tato again? Wait, who went to the gym today? Raise your hand. Me. Kana went too. You two checked before, is there no one else? I haven't been there today. The same goes for me. There's no profit going to such a place. I've stopped there for a while, does that include me? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, there's no one else, so the people who stopped by the gym, this is everyone, right? Are you saying that's the culprit? These three really everyone? I should think about my first testimonies again. How? Can't even fucking check the Monokuma files, the truth bullet descriptions. There you go. Tata's account. 100. Give me 100. Give me a fucking 100. I deserve this. Awesome. Wait a minute. What is it? Have you been there too? No, it's not that. At least one more. There's a chance that someone went to the gym as well. Is it that right? Taro? Huh? Me? You've mentioned it before. Someone put it out in your private room, so you went to the gym after seeing it. I sure did. I went a little late and nobody was there, so I went straight back to the diner, right? Yeah, Taro was talking to me about a topic on botanical stuff. I met them a little past 5:30, and I was suddenly startled when he left to the gym, saying he had to go there. And then he came back in 5 or 10 minutes. Well, I came back to the diner, so I can guarantee it. That note, do you still have it? Oh, hold on. Here you go. Come to the gym by 5:30 p.m. It's a secret, so don't tell the others. But there's no name written on it. Who wrote this? Who the heck is it? I'll ask just to make sure. This wasn't Kana or Sena who sent this note, was it? Yes, I did not send it. It wasn't me either. Then who was it? Actually, there's a few people I can guess. There's someone? What? Really? Who else? Chini, why haven't you said anything? Hick. Miss Asami? Kana, on what basis are you naming Chinami? I saw her. Chinami was at the gym. You saw her? What time was this? At 5 p.m. I checked with Seini if Yoshi was fine. I went back to the gym and saw Chini there. I think it was around 5 minutes later. Hey Seina, is this true? Yes, that's right. I admit I went to the gym. But I didn't write a note. Why would I write it to the idiot? It was not me. Idiot? I'm afraid I can't watch from the sidelines anymore. It's true to some extent that Mr. Shimagami is an idiot. That's too much, you guys. You see, I have no reason to write a note to him. No, when you think about it, Shinami, you're the only one who did. Do you have any proof of that? Huh? Do you have any evidence that it was me who wrote that note? Aren't those kinds of lies what the culprit usually uses at times like these? Although his body's small, his head is bigger. A true detective who knows the labyrinth, there's always one truth. There was a line like that appears on the manga, right? Translation note, anime detective Conan. Oh, okay, cool. Girl, you've seen too many dramas and cartoon movies. I mean, yeah, I guess Conan has lots of cartoon movies, I guess. Fine. Evidence. There should be some clear evidence. One person told me that fact. Let's think about it. Refer to the section about the non-stop debates. For this non-stop debate, express your opinion with agree to the relevant bullets if there are correct sentences in the discussion. Let's see. The sentences you agree with are limited to blue text. Please agree with a friend. However, just because there are sentences that you can agree with does not mean that the option to refute the wrong statement has disappeared. Make sure to consider which statements you want to contradict and which you agree with. Before you shoot the truth bullet into an empty space, points will be deducted. Okay, please speech, yeah. Press shift, okay. Let's begin. Why powder? Kanjiro's account. Akira's account. I wrote a note, such a fool. Maybe you're into Tati's weird fashion. You idiot. I have a fashion sense and I'm not a rustic person that's rude. So mean. A combo of Hawaii shirt and a scarf. Even a kid would think it's a tough fashion. Don't think one who wears an archery uniform 365 days has any right to say that. So in the end, there is no evidence. I disagree. Or maybe someone saw it. Maybe it was a Carol or something. Who could have? Even I didn't see them. Right as Shinami set it up, there must be something that supports it. Kanjiro's account? Maybe it was Kanjiro. Yeah, I think. Come on, let's go to the part where I can refute it. Kanjiro's account. Let's go with Mai's statement. So there is no evidence. Actually, there is. Someone saw it. Kanjiro's account will reveal Shinami went to the gym. Really? God damn it. So it was a Carol? Maybe I'm mistaking Akira from Kanjiro, the archery guy. I don't know. Then wait, I guess it's still evidence because it's an account. So cool. Consent. Right. Oh, cool. Really? Nice. Shinami, I have a witness to support the fact that you wrote the note. Witness? Akira, isn't that right? Was I just called? Yeah, is something wrong? No, I'm just surprised how someone remembered me. Not, anyway, what's wrong? You still remember what you told me earlier, right? What happened earlier? When you told me you went to the infirmary to treat your wounds. Oh, it was that? Yeah, I remember it. That was around 4:10 p.m. in front of Sato's private room. What did Shinami do back then? She pushed a piece of paper under the door. But there was no one there. How about it, Shinami? Are you still going to deny it? But still, why did you send a note like that to Taro? Maybe it was to put the blame on Taro for the crime. Did you really? Are you for real? You really killed Yusaku? No way, why would I kill that fatso? In the first place, I didn't even know he was in the gym broadcast room. That's the first I've heard of it today. But that timing is way too suspicious for a simple straight-line coincidence. The last time Seina and Kana confirmed that Yusaku was alive, it was around 5 p.m. For now, the hypothesis is that Yusaku's time of death was later on. If that is the case, Mai thinks Shinami is capable of committing the crime, right? There's an empty time frame after those two left, which doesn't seem like an impossible task to do. Oh, my throat. Wait. That's not it. It's not really me. Shinami is capable of committing the crime under the current circumstances. But is she really the culprit? Of course, it's true that they went to the gym, but it may be impossible to select her as the killer with only this. I think there's someone who can clear the situation a little bit more. Kana, Seina, I don't know, Misako? I don't know. Who's Seina again? Violin, Misako is Glass Girl, Kana is voice actress. Maybe Kana? Let's go for Kana, I guess. Really? What? Okay. Kana, can I ask you a question? Huh? Oh yeah, ask whenever. When you left the gym at 5 p.m., you saw Chinami and then you told us that you went back to the gym again. Why? Now, it may be a bit complicated to explain it in detail. To make it short, it was to get a story for today's broadcast. A story? Yeah, it's a broadcast that comes from a day of fun, so the content can't be poor, right? About that story, who were you trying to get it from? I'm sorry, when I checked on Yossi, I saw Chini, but when I thought about why she was on the gym alone, I got curious and went back to the gym. So the story was a golden opportunity to catch a scoop on Chini. What do you mean scoop, you idiot? In the end, the testimony just now confirms that you were in the gym at that time, Chinami. According to Akira's testimony, you said a note to Tado. You can admit this, right? It was something like that, but I'm not really the culprit. Kana, one more question. When you went back to the gym, where was Chinami and how was she? Where and how? And where was she in the gym? Hold it there. Loading thoughts. I remember she was leaning back against the wall of the entrance. Thank you, Kana. Kana's testimony just revealed that Chinami was not the culprit on this case. What do you mean, Kazuki? I see now. Misako too, what happened? It's simple. If Chinami is the culprit when Kana arrived to the gym while leaning back against the wall of the entrance, it would have been impossible to commit the crime. If she committed the crime, she would have probably been at the entrance of the broadcast room or near the podium instead. And as Mai said it earlier, it only takes at least a minute to suffocate a person. It must have taken at least 3 minutes to clean up the scene of their traces, and by the time Kana returned, the killer must have been leaving the scene recently. But Chinami was leaning her back against the wall entrance of the gym. That means she couldn't commit the crime. And besides, if she didn't know Misako was there, she couldn't have any intention to commit supposed crime. Wait, but that is only assuming that the murder took place in the broadcast room, right? What do you mean? If they did an indirect murder with some kind of trick without having to go to the broadcast room, your current alibi becomes useless. Additionally, it is impossible to rule out the possibility that the statement about not knowing where Misako was in the broadcast room is a simple lie. You two sure make a good combo. Chinami is the culprit. No, I'm not. Indirect murder doesn't make sense. Why not? Even if some kind of trick was installed, it wouldn't have been possible at least before 5 p.m. when Kana and Seina last checked on Yusaku. Yeah, certainly I did not see anything strange. Even with Kana's outstanding eyes, I didn't see any tricks. Even if Seina and Kana installed it after leaving the gym, it would mean the installation of such trick and cleaning was done in less than 5 minutes before Kana went back to the gym. Then wouldn't Chinami, who was at the entrance, be more likely to not be the culprit? Tch. Did he just bite his lip? I seem to be hated for some reason. Then for what reason, pray tell, did Mrs. Sami send a note? That was... Oh, is it difficult to say it? Don't be a wuss and speak up. Yeah, the more you talk, the more you will become the culprit. What? Isn't that just... Because you didn't tell me anything and just ran away. Well, the note was written by me, but that was for... Hey, this is getting frustrating. All you have to do is say it. If you don't say it now, we will never continue. So that's it. Huh? Chinami, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to. I understand everything. What did you understand? Toray, I mean, I wish that we omit Chinami's topic for the time being. Is that okay? But to just go over something like that? No, I'll tell you, if I don't say it soon, I might get uselessly suspected later on. Would that be alright? It's nothing important, as I told you guys. I wrote the note. It's also true that I put the note back into Tado's room, and the reason why I called him... Why? I just wanted to say thank you. That face. That fucking face. Why? It's because that guy saved me last time. Since then, I've been so busy that I haven't been able to at least say thank you properly. That's what worried me. Yeah, you did. I didn't really mind that. I cared about it more. I just wanted for him to hear it, so that's enough, right? So this is the end of the story. Chin is such a tsundere. Don't call me tsundere. It's not like that at all. Seriously, let's just move on already. What a tsundere thing to say. Let's just move ahead already. There were some incidents, but thanks to that, we were able to clear the charges against Chinami. That's a relief, but we still don't know who the culprit is. Wait. To end this story arbitrarily, you guys are doing a sloppy job at this, aren't you? What are you talking about, greasy hair? Are you still doubting me? Of course I'm suspicious. This trial was made for that purpose, was it not? We haven't considered one possibility yet. If this is the case, you're capable of committing the crime. This jerk, enough already. I'm seconds of hitting this fucker. Would a guy who did not consider the worst case scenario just shut his mouth? You. Stop growling so much. Is he talking directly at me because I'm doing the Shadow the Hedgehog Sonic Boom voice? It's so terrible. The story from now on is something that must be pointed out, even if the development of the trial. We shouldn't just move on. Is something we have to point out? An accomplice. Huh? An accomplice? Yeah. The decisive factor that just acquitted that girl was the testimony of she was not standing in the gym's broadcast room. But what if that testimony itself was a lie all along? What if those two are making a play to deceive us? I mean, yeah, I guess that's possible. Don't be ridiculous, then why would she leave a note to meet with Taro? Yeah, it may have been the intention to make him the culprit, but in this case, the guy went to the gym and saw no one there and went back to the diner right away. So this would have been impossible. Hey, is your mouth full of shit now? But that possibility cannot be completely denied. If there's an accomplice, the scenario just before is quite possible. You guys. Hey, Monokuma, how about it? Huh? Why are you asking me that? This is a class trial. Figure that problem by yourselves. That is true. But if we all die here, wouldn't that be boring for you? Even if we are to be annihilated on this first act, that would be a pretty useless act. That is certainly true. What to do? Well, okay then. This is the first class trial for you guys, and I suppose game companies always give special privileges to pre-registered games or new subscribers, right? I'll give you an answer and this will be it. First, let's begin with how I handle with accomplices in class trials. In all cases, the presence of accomplices can happen. However, the only person who graduates is the person who killed someone, the blackened. Does that mean there's no merit for the accomplice? Exactly. But this time, the culprit did not know the rules, so there could be a chance of an accomplice. About that part. In this case, there are no accomplices. That is, a person who intentionally cooperated with the culprit. As the headmaster of the academy, I guarantee it. You are? But it seems that the accomplice theory being pointed out has become meaningless, Shozo. I'm afraid so. I don't regret saying it. What? Calm down, you both. The misunderstanding has been cleared up, right? But this guy is... Fine, I'll stop. Even in a situation where there was no harm in doubting, Shozo's attitude is clearly harsh. To the extent that he's deliberately creating chaos. Am I being overly sensitive about this? I'm glad Miss Asumi is cleared up of suspicion, but eventually we're coming back to the same state as before. What to do? We should go over once more. We have no choice but to organize everyone's alibi. No, I don't think that's necessary, because we already have the most likely suspect. The most likely suspect? Fucking parrot. The most likely suspect? Oh yeah, the most likely suspect. Yeah, we get it. Yes, they know where Yusaku was. They had enough time to commit the crime to stun him and strangle him, and they had enough time to clear their trace. There's only one person left, isn't there? Who are you talking about? Could there really be such a person? That's right, none of the people who went to the gym could afford that much. Wait a minute. That's not it. There was someone. Just as Sojo mentioned, a series of crimes were possible. There's one person who remains suspicious in terms of time. But did they really do it? What are you talking about? Did I do it? No, I don't think I did it. Kana?
You're the only one.
Really? You're talking about Kana? Huh? Wait, really? I was just thinking, I was thinking, either it was Sena or Kana because they were the only ones in the gym. So I was thinking maybe it's fucking Kana or whatever, as a joke. But okay, you're smarter than you look. I'm just like really lucky. Yeah, would it be possible if it were her? I mean, yeah, she did go to the gym. Oh yeah, I guess she did. Wait a second. Why am I a suspect? Say something, Kazuki. Why do you suspect I killed Yoshi? Why? Everyone, what's with you all? Why are you looking at me like that? There and over there, answer me. Someone give me an answer. Damn, I didn't want to do it. But I guess that's how it is. Suspended. Oh, would you like? Yes, please. I'd like to. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, time finally to check the truth bullets. I'm gonna read it up. No, I think I'm just gonna edit here. No, it's not that I'm gonna edit here. I'm just gonna take a rest. Yeah, that's the. Yeah. Oh boy. This takes a lot of time. And a lot of not moving, which really hurts the body. Not good for the body. You really need to stretch, fellas. Get out, walk some more, hydrate yourselves, lose the junk food, lose the fast food. Yeah. I say that to you because I keep saying to myself to not give in to that temptation. Let's all lose weight, fellas, and stay healthy or something. I don't know. I can't do inspirational. I'm gonna stop right here and rest for a bit.